The number one ball in golf. Harold Varner topped the leaderboard after a sizzling 62 early today. 8 under par bogey-free round for Varner to lead by 2 right now on a Thursday. Tied for second, 2 players out. And in the same group in the afternoon, Roger Sloan and Tom Hoge at -6, Bill Rosinski.
Second shot for Tom Hoge here at the par 5 15th with a back hole location 232 yards away. And this is a beauty. This actually runs past the flag on the left, catches a little swale, and comes back towards the flag, settles on the putting surface. He's going to have an eagle putt in the 15 to 18 foot range. Great shot by Tom Hoge here at the par 5 15th. Right now 6 under, maybe can pick up 2.
Which is going to be an opportunity for Eagle to tie for the lead and to catch Harold Varner the third. Tied for fourth, 5 under, 65s, Wesley Bryan, Brian Harmon. After those rounds, they are 3 shots back then at -4. Former champ Webb Simpson with a 66. Billy Horschel, Pat Desire, Andrew Landry, Dave Lashley, and Bud Cauley all shot 4 under 66s early now in the afternoon. Paul Casey, Harris English, and Scott Brown get there tied for 6, 4 under.
Sergio Garcia, 3 under par through 11 holes. Sergio currently tied for 15th. Brendan Todd, 2 under par, 68 earlier this morning. Brendan Todd now tied for 33rd. Jordan Spieth, even par, 70 for Jordan. He is currently 8 shots back and tied for 83rd. Zach Johnson, 1 over par through 12, 1 over par for the tournament, tied for 103rd. And Brooks Koepka, 2 over par, 72 for Brooks. He is tied for 126th.
LPGA Tour in Scotland for a couple of weeks. This week at the Aberdeen Standard Investments Ladies Scottish Open at the Renaissance Club in North Berwick, Scotland, where Nicole Brock-Larson shot 4 under 67. To lead by 1, Amy Olsen, Jennifer Song, a couple of Americans tied for second at 3 under and 1 back, Tom.
Earlier this week, the Canada Life Series, created for members of the Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada, and others after that season was canceled, played its inaugural event, the Canada Life Series at Bear Mountain Mountain Course. Evan Holmes claimed victory yesterday in Langford, British Columbia, which is just south of Vancouver, finishing at 8 under par, 2 strokes clear of fellow Canadian Zach Anderson in the 54-hole event.
Let's get to 11 down, Doug Bell.
Out here at the par 4 11th, Shane Lowry. He's outside 35 feet, and he just barely touched that putt. Down the slope it comes, picking up pace, racing towards the hole, and just by over on the left side, so that's not all bad. It's got about 3 feet to go, it appears, so it looks like Shane Lowry will settle for a par here and stay at 3 under. Meantime, Paul Casey, his second shot out of the rough, flew the green, had a horrible lie behind the green, just barely got it up on the putting surface, and he's outside 35 feet. He'll have a long par putt coming up, Paul Casey.
Yeah, that was a great putt there from Shane Lowry, coming off of that upper shelf down to the front left hole location today at 11. Great speed control, just went right by the right edge. So Shane Lowry made 3 under par here in his opening round.
You know, looking at the afternoon scores and some of these players on the move and playing well. Harris English, who's at 4 under par. Now, you know, we have the top 125. Obviously, you have to be there, but those Wyndham Rewards top 10 spots are coveted, obviously, and some of those spots are up for grabs. Harris English is one of the players in the field who could sneak in there depending on how he finishes this week, Doug Bell.
Here at 11, Paul Casey, par putt from 34 feet on the way. Out to the left it goes, now swinging back to the right, and downhill it comes. And he's already walking after it. Now it rolls out, and that's a good 4 feet pass. So Paul Casey, a little work to do to get his bogey and drop just 1. In fact, you know what? Casey will walk right up. He's not as far as I thought. Got a better angle now, and he's a little closer. So he wastes a little time and knocks that in for the bogey. So that's well done. And he stays, or he drops 1 to get to 3 under par.
Yeah, the damage done there at the 11th, missing the fairway in that left rough and then catching that flyer, hitting it over the green. Big mistake here today for Paul Casey. So it's going to cost him a shot at the 11th, and he'll drop back to that 3 under par number.
Haven't been many mistakes from Paul Casey last couple of weeks, Tom Wormy.
At the par 3 12th hole, Sergio Garcia missed off to the left in that very first cut of light rough, chipping from about 40 feet away. Garcia will send it about a third of the distance, hits, kicks to the right. It's going to miss outside the right edge by a couple of feet, and that drifts away 5, 6, 7 feet maybe. Sort of rocketed off that first bounce when it contacted the green and then shot to the right. Sergio mid-range for par at 12.
And back to Doug Bell.
Patrick Reed watching his birdie putt from 29 feet go down the slope and winds up outside right, just a foot and a half or so. And so he calmly walks up and will knock that in for a 2-putt par. Again, that's what you want at 11. This is a tough par 4. Let's go to Bill Rosinski.
Here at the par 5 15th, Roger Sloan getting ready to hit his third shot. His tee shot went in the left rough, and the lie was so bad he could just advance it maybe 70, 80 yards, but got it down the left side of the fairway. So now from 151, third shot, to a back left hole location. And that lands on the far right corner of the green, stays on the putting surface, could have rolled off. That hangs in there. So he's got a lengthy birdie try coming up. You're thinking of a 4 at least when you come to this hole. He'll be scrambling for that. Right now, Roger Sloan is 6 under par.
Been a good day so far. Start for Sergio Garcia, but a par saver, Tom Wormy.
He's also scrambling here at the par 3 12th hole. The chip rolled out to the right and 8 feet away, so it's an uphill putt to his left. For par for Sergio, has not won on the PGA Tour since the Masters 2017. This for par to keep it at 3 under for Garcia. Rolls it up to the cup, it turns left, it misses outside right edge. Did not turn sharply enough, looks over at his caddy. Maybe there was a misread there. His shadow will cover the golf ball as he taps it in. It's a bogey at the 12th. A 4 in the card for Garcia, back to -2.
Yeah, just a poor tee shot there, a little bit of a double cross, missing the green to the left. Really had an awkward chip shot there, trying to navigate the slope coming down the ridge, and really got away from him just a little bit, unable to convert that par putt. So Sergio Garcia now drops back to 2 under par here through 12 holes.
And just like that, I mean, he's one of the players that can't afford too many mistakes. He was right on the bubble at 125 before that bogey, and he drops outside to 136 with it. So no margin for error for guys like Sergio this week, Bill.
Well, Roger Sloan has taken a good look at this birdie try, but it's a long one here at 15. This is 41 feet, and it's uphill. Again, his tee shot went in the left rough, and he could just advance it down the left side of the fairway. Stayed on the short grass, left him 151, and now this 41-footer for birdie. Meanwhile, his playing partner, Tom Hoge, in tight for an eagle putt. It'll be coming up. All right, so the Canadian's taking a good look at this, puts the putter blade behind the ball. This is uphill. Swing to his left once it reaches the apex of this little crown in the back of the green. And this for birdie to get to 7 under par. Gives it a wrap. It's going to hit that ridge and swing it to the hole with a lot of speed. Sit down. Oh, man, that ball had a lot of pace on it. That's running out 10, 12. It might be 13 to 15 feet away. So you got really aggressive there. That'll be for par for Roger Sloan, fighting to stay 6 under.
And back down to Doug Bell.
Shane Lowry at 3 under par on the tee at the par 3 12th, 216 yards. Hole cut on that lower shelf. Lowry sends that tee shot from right to left. Lands on the green on the left side. Now catches that ridge that separates the shells. Rolls back down to the lower level. And he'll have a birdie chance outside 25 feet. Trying to get to 4 under par.
And now Tom Hoge at that par 5 at 15, chance to tie for the lead, Bill.
Yes, sir, Earl. And this is 14 feet for eagle. And gotta be careful, it's downhill. It's a back left hole location. He is above left of this hole. Steadies the feet, makes contact, starts it out to the left, picking up speed, moving right, looking good in dead center. That's an eagle for Tom Hoge. All of a sudden, he is now to 8 under par with 3 to go.
Yeah, what a round Tom Hoge is having here. 6 birdies. Now the eagle at 15 has him in a tie for the lead with Harold Varner III, 8 under par. Earl, we kind of talked about it coming on for this afternoon wave. I mean, these players see that score that Harold posted. They knew it was out there. Tom Hoge, he's gone out there and so far matched it with plenty of golf to play.
Yeah, now 18 is tough. We saw Varner really have to work hard to finish up with a par save to cap it off. But Hoge at 16, maybe 17 is going to have one or two chances coming in to push past him, Bill.
Well, Roger Sloan now fighting to save par here at the par 5 15th. This is an uphill putt, just outside 12 feet. And this to stay 6 under. Makes contact within 5 feet to the cup and in. Oh boy, he was sweating that hole from the tee shot onto the green, and he finally puts a 5 on the card. He remains, Roger Sloan does -6.
Yeah, that's a situation where you're glad you don't draw pictures on the scorecard. You just write a number down and move on. Roger Sloan, that was hard from the word go, but pretty pleased with that 5 now to avoid dropping a shot on a hole that really you expect to be making birdies and give yourself a possible eagle like Tom Hoge. Roger Sloan remains 6 under par.
And now we have a co-lead at -8, Doug Bell.
Here at the par 3 12, Patrick Reed, who's bogey-free, caught the false front at this hole, spun off the green down into the fairway, so he'll be challenged to get up and down. And now Paul Casey, coming off his first bogey of the day, he is 3 under par, looking for bounce back. Front right hole location, and Casey delivers the swing, watching as this ball is up against the breeze now. He lands all the way in the upper shelf, and that scoots the back left-hand corner of the hole, kind of the right front portion of the green. There's a distinct 2 shelves on this hole. It'll be a tough 2-putt for Paul Casey from long range.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Paul Casey coming off of that top tier. A lot of slope right there, and this ball is going to have a lot of speed on it. So the danger here is running this one too far past the hole and running it off the front part of the green. So a big challenge upcoming for Paul Casey.
Well, it was an impressive pace set by Harold Varner today with his 62, but now he's been caught moments ago by Tom Hoge for a share of the lead.
14 feet for eagle. Steadies the feet, makes contact, starts it out to the left, picking up speed, moving right, looking good in dead center. That's an eagle for Tom Hoge. All of a sudden, he is now to 8 under par with 3 to go.
And 2 tied for the lead. Tom Hoge, Harold Varner, the third on a Thursday as you are listening to coverage of the Wyndham Championship, final event before the FedEx Cup playoffs on PGA Tour Radio.
Next week, the quest for the PGA Tour's ultimate prize gets underway with the Northern Trust.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Coverage from TPC Boston begins Thursday and Friday at noon Eastern. You can always listen free on a computer or mobile device at pgatour.com/live audio or via the tour's official iPhone, iPad, and Android apps. The FedEx Cup playoffs start here.
If you've been on a launch monitor, you know your numbers. Your ball speeds, carry distances, and spin rates. Well, when you tee it up with the new Titleist AVX, you'll see how much better they can get. AVX has been redesigned for even greater speed, longer distance, and more spin and control. Get every edge you can get. New Titleist AVX, advanced technology to advance your game.
180 yards is the distance for the par 3 16th on this Thursday. Tom Hoge with the honors after that eagle. 19 up, 12 from the right is the hole location. This one is airborne. Get it on that top tier. Oh, and it just goes over the back of the green, and I think it landed in a maybe a sprinkler head or something behind the putting surface. So he'll get a drop from there. We'll see what he can do. See if he can make it up and down to stay -8.
Well, a pretty fortunate break possibly there for Tom Hoge going over the green in that little drainage area there. He will get relief and may actually get the ball into the portion there of the fairway where he'll then be able to lift it, clean it, and place it and get that pristine lie around the green for a chance to get up and down.
Disappointing par for Roger Sloan back at 15. Let's see how aggressive he wants to be, Bill.
Roger Sloan remains 6 under par through the first 15 holes. Good par save putt at number 15. And now on the tee here at 16. 180 yards. Flags on the back tier on this Thursday. And this ball lands on that back tier, but just on the right side towards right of the flag. So maybe 20 feet. That'll be for birdie.
Yeah, it's a good shot there for Roger Sloan, though. Kind of took the short side of the ridge over there on the right side, but now putting back up the hill. So Roger looking to try to get something going again. Had those 6 birdies on the front, then the birdie at 10, that bogey at 9, though. Hadn't had a lot going since the 11th hole.
And now alongside of him, Tom Hoge surging into a share of the lead. So Hoge is a player who's had a really good season so far, 38th in FedEx Cup points, projected with a win to move all the way up to 12th. So on the cusp of being near that top 10 heading into the FedEx Cup playoffs. You can make a really good year, a great year, with a win this week if you're a guy like Tom Hoge heading into the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Well, absolutely. I mean, what a week this could be, as you say, for Tom Hoge with that win, jump him up into the 12th place on the FedEx list, and boy, that would really set you up for a nice run at that FedEx Cup title.
Back down to Doug Bell.
Well, Paul Casey's got 54 feet for birdie here at the par 3 12th. Hole cut in the right front portion. He's in the back left-hand corner, so he is aiming, and it's a 2-tier green. So he's aiming right down the fault line in that upper shelf and hoping it runs out and then makes that 90-degree turn right down towards the hole. I mean, this is just so difficult, even for great players. Casey aiming way outside left in the stroke. Sends it along that fault line, and now straddling the line, and now catches the slope, makes that severe turn to the right, down towards the hole, and just missed on the right side. That's well done. Rolls out a good 5 feet, but that's excellent. So par putt coming up for Paul Casey to stay at 3 under.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably about as close as he really, with the exception of maybe hitting the flagstick and going in, that would be about as close as Paul Casey probably felt he could get that putt. So that was well judged coming off of that upper shelf.
And having a good start to the week after a great PGA Championship, that tie for second, and made a huge move with that finish a week ago. Could move even further up the FedEx Cup point standings. If he keeps playing like this, good start for him so far to Thursday, Doug.
Now, Earl, out here at the 12th, Patrick Reed caught that false front at his tee shot, rolled down into the fairway, and just a moment ago hit a nice little pitch shot up there about 2.5 feet, so it looks like he's going to stay bogey-free and 3 under Patrick Reed. Now Shane Lowry, 24 feet for his birdie try here at the 12th. Again aiming outside left, breaks sharply to the right. The stroke sends it on the path, now making that move to the right, up at the hole, cuts right in front of the cup, and rolls out about 1.5 feet. So a par for Shane Lowry. All 3 pars in this backside. He stays 3 under. Let's go to Bill Rosinski.
Well, Tom Hoge took his drop, and now a chip shot here at 16, the par 3. This looks really good, making its way to the hole, and goes in. Are you kidding me? I was thinking if he got that within 5 feet, that would be a great shot. That's incredible. How about a chip and birdie from behind the green here at 16? And Tom Hoge all the way to the top of the leaderboard by himself. He's now 9 under par.
Wow. That was taking advantage of a good break right there. I was saying he was going to get a drop from the drainage, got it in some shorter rough there, was able to control the spin, but now we got 2 holes to go, Earl, and if my math is right, 2 birdies, we got the 59 number in play.
That's right. I was going to say the same thing. What did Webb Simpson say when he came off the course talking about preferred lies? That it's around the greens where it's really a benefit, and there you go. Perfect example of it. Hoge, the chip-in birdie to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's, sometimes you got to be lucky in this game, and that was a situation right there for Tom Hoge. Really didn't hit a terrible shot, just about a half club too far, but caught a big break there when that ball finished on the top of that sort of drainage area and was able to get a better lie.
Eagle at 15, chip-in birdie at 16. We have a new leader. That escalated quickly, Doug Bell.
Here at 12, Paul Casey from 5 feet, par putt on the way, misses right. It was a good first putt, but a bad second putt. So 3-putt bogey for Paul Casey. That's 2 bogeys in a row, and he falls back to 2 under par.
And that's going to be a sour taste there. Kind of midway through this round, was going along so smooth and easy, just nothing really, nothing giving him any trouble. And now a little bump in the road here at 11 and 12, but still some opportunities upcoming these next maybe 3 or so holes for Paul Casey.
Tom Hoge certainly glad because he just knocked one in from off the green to take the lead.
Tom Hoge took his drop, and now a chip shot here at 16, the par 3. This looks really good, making its way to the hole and goes in. Are you kidding me? I was thinking if he got that within 5 feet, that would be a great shot. That's incredible. How about a chip and birdie from behind the green here at 16? And Tom Hoge all the way to the top of the leaderboard by himself. He's now 9 under par.
In front, and now with 2 to play, a chance to break 60 as our PGA Tour radio coverage of the season-long points race for the FedEx Cup continues Thursday, round 1 at the Wyndham Championship.
If practice makes perfect, then Club Champion is the nation's best club fitter. Their studios are designed with one goal in mind, helping you play better golf. They don't sell apparel, offer lessons, or spend time on anything other than understanding, fitting, and building equipment. Their singular focus has made Club Champion the #1 fitter in the nation. Experience the tour-level quality of a Club Champion fitting and start improving your golf game today. Visit clubchampiongolf.com.
For every unknown, there's an opportunity. At Cleveland Clinic, we believe every breakthrough should be pursued. Because we didn't become the #1 heart care in the nation by settling for what is. We became #1 by discovering what is possible. Hear how we care for every care in the world at clevelandclinic.org.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. This ad is sponsored by Janelle & Associates Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas.
Attention all former Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts. If you were sexually abused by an adult scout leader, even if the abuse happened decades ago, listen closely, as you may be entitled to substantial compensation. The Boy Scouts of America have billions of dollars in assets and have agreed to set up a victim compensation fund for victims of child sexual abuse, even if the abuse happened decades ago. Our attorneys can file a claim for you and get you the justice and closure you deserve while you remain completely anonymous. If you suffered abuses from scout leaders and those who knew about the abuse but failed to stop it, call our law firm's confidential Scout Abuse Helpline at 800-957-3178, as you may be entitled to substantial compensation. But hurry, as time is running out to file a claim. Call 800-957-3178 right now to see if you are eligible for substantial compensation. Call 800-957-3178. That's 800-957-3178. 800-957-3178.
Sergio Garcia looking to capitalize on a superb approach to this par 4 13th hole from 7 feet away. Slightly underneath the hole, rolls it to the cup, relatively straight putt, and it is money. Right in the middle for Sergio. Another birdie takes him back to -3 here at the 13th.
Man, the old bounce back stat there for Sergio Garcia. Bogey back at the par 3 12th, but just storms right back in with the birdie here at 13th, and just a quality wedge shot in there inside that 10-foot range with that approach from 114 yards. Sergio Garcia back to 3 under.
Well, as if we didn't have enough drama this week, final week of the PGA Tour regular season, the bubble drama, the top 125 on the line, and those FedEx Cup playoff spots. And now, late on a Thursday, our leader has a 9 under par Tom Hoge, eagle at 15, chip in birdie at 16. 2 holes to play in a par 70, so a birdie finish for Tom Hoge would be for a round of 59. We have had 11 sub-60 rounds in PGA Tour history, 10 59s, including one of those just a couple of years ago by the eventual champion Brandt Snedeker in 2018. So it's been done before, and Tom Hoge's looking to maybe finish it off with a run here, although he did miss the fairway. He's right. And in the rough, and it's a ball above his feet, though. So he's going to have some work to do to give himself a birdie chance, I would think, here at 17. John?
Yeah, no, he is indeed. I mean, missing the fairway here, that's the one thing, especially on the right side, because he has no angle. He's actually going to be hitting back into the slope, which, you would think that would be good, but if he'd have missed the fairway to the left side, he could have been hitting in and kind of used the slope to get this second shot close to the hole. So now probably going to have to play a little more conservative than he would like, especially in a situation he is sitting at 9 under par.
And I'm looking at scatter charts. Balls hit, missed the fairway right. I don't see any birdies made from there, Bill.
Well, the key here is get it on the front to middle part of the left side of the green if you can do that, because the ball coming out of that rough, the ball's probably going to come in a little hot. And if you can do that, that ball will swing from left to right towards this back right hole location. But I think at this point, Tom would just like to knock it safely on the middle of the green. This is airborne. Looks like he got good contact on it. Oh, that's a beautiful golf shot. That's going to land hole high left and stretch all the way to the flag. It's going to start coming back to the right now down that slope. This is a pretty shot. He is going to have a good look at birdie. Great shot out of the rough by Tom Hoge. Now let's call it 12 feet to get to 10 under.
Sensational shot right there for Tom Hoge. I mean, that was perfect distance control. Landed it right where he had to land it, got up into the slope, then kind of came back. Now he's even under the hole, a little bit up the hill. Putt's going to be moving from left to right, but a great chance now for Tom Hoge to get to 10 under par.
I'm not sure he was happy with that shot when he struck it. He's going to be really happy when he sees it when he walks up there, Bill.
Well, let's see if Roger Sloan can build off the momentum from the birdie at 16. He rolled in a 16-footer to get the 7 under, only 93 yards away, middle of the fairway. His second, he goes right at the flag. Will he spin it back? Yes, inside 5 feet. So Roger Sloan has a chance to get to 8 under par. These two guys firing darts today as they close out this first round.
And kind of looking like that confidence that he had there on the front 9 after he reeled off those 6 early birdies through 8 holes. Birdied the 10th, hadn't done a whole lot, kind of struggled there on the back 9 until 16 with that birdie, looking to go back-to-back now at 17.
Well, Tom Hoge had a great start to the season back in mid-September. Finished second at the Greenbrier, his best finish so far on the PGA Tour. And what a way maybe to cap off the regular season, at least to start the week in the regular season finale with the lead and possibly chasing some history in the next few minutes, Tom Wormy.
176 yards right center of the fairway. At the par 4 14th for Sergio Garcia, it plays 479. And the hole location is front right today. There is a bunker short and right of this green. Again, the number in the yardage book, 179 for Sergio. He's got a royal blue shirt on. I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but it is certainly very close to the colors of the Wyndham Championship, that same shade of blue. White pants, white shoes, white glove, white cap. Couple of waggles. Sergio ready to go. Down and through that one for Sergio. Oh, he's holding that finish. Does he like it is the question. Hole location's front right. This is going to be off to the left. It'll continue to move toward the left edge of that green and a good 30 to 40 feet away from the front right hole location for Sergio Garcia with the approach at 14.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the Wyndham Championship from Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina. And as we do at the top and bottom of every hour in our live play-by-play coverage, time now for a leaderboard update brought to you by MasterCard. Tap and go with your MasterCard, the simple, secure way to pay.
Tom Hoge is taking the lead here on a Thursday afternoon. Eagle at 15, birdie at 16, 9 under par, playing 17, and he's got a birdie chance just outside 10 feet to get it to minus 10 for the round. Needs a birdie finish to shoot 59. He's going to have a chance. 9 under and a one-shot lead over Harold Varner the third. 8 under for him. He shot 62 early today. Roger Sloan is alongside Hoge. He's at 7 under and 2 back. It's got about 3 feet or so for birdie to get to minus 8. Right now, Sloan is 2 off the lead. And tied for 4th, 3 golfers, Wesley Bryan, Brian Harmon, and Scott Brown now in the afternoon. 3 tied for 4th, 5 under, and 4 back.
Webb Simpson, 4 under par earlier today with a 66 for Webb, tied for 7th. Sergio Garcia, 3 under par through 13. He's currently tied for 18th. Tommy Fleetwood, 1 under par, 69 for Tommy, tied for 55th. Jordan Spieth, even par, 70. He is currently tied for 81st. And Brooks Koepka, 2 over par for Brooks here in the first round, 72, tied for 125th.
Korn Ferry Tour, the path to the PGA Tour in Idaho this week with the Albertsons Boise Open presented by Kraft Nabisco. Tommy Gainey in front there. 2 glove shoots a 9 under, 62 to lead by 1. Charlie Saxon solo second, 8 under after 63 and 1 shot back. Leaders at 17, Hoge at 9 under, Bill.
Well, Tom Hoge now with a really good look for birdie here at 17. This ball will move to his right, just outside 10 feet. And this to get to 10 under par. Starts it out left, stretch to the cup, turn right. Oh, looks at his caddy. He's going to put a coin on this. That's stretched out some 3 feet, so he'll put a mark on it. Not in yet, but he'll have a par to stay at -9.
Yeah, boy, what a golden opportunity that was right there for Tom Hoge. Not a bad putt, just not quite enough break, so there's still a chance. I'm going to hold out hope, Earl. We got a hole out here at the 18th coming up. There hasn't been an eagle there today, but maybe Tom Hoge can be the guy.
Well, let's see if Roger Sloan alongside can cash in on a great approach there, Bill.
Now Roger Sloan now after a great short iron to 4 feet, just above the hole here at 17. For back-to-back birdies, sends this right into the middle of the cup, and with 1 hole to go in this opening round, Roger Sloan gets it to 8 under.
Yeah, what a second shot in there for Roger Sloan. Now the back-to-back birdies at 16, 17, 8 under par, and really just holding pace there with fellow competitor Tom Hoge.
Yeah, it's a great round, and he's one back. Tom Hoge alongside, even though he missed that putt at 17 and going to need a hole out at 18 to break 60. It's been a great day for him, 9 under with 1 hole to play. And Hoge working on a career low round, 62 is his lowest ever on the PGA Tour. That came at this very golf course, the Wyndham Championship, first round back in 2015. Needs a par, and it's not going to be easy to make at 18. That's been a difficult par 4 coming in, but par to finish would be a career low 61 for Hoge. Let's go to Doug Bell.
Shane Lowry putting for birdie here at 13. 13 feet away, on the way. Kiss the left side of the cup, would not go down. Just a par, so Shane Lowry stays at 3 under.
Let's move up 1, Tom Wormy.
Sergio Garcia missed to the left, 66 feet away. There is a very wide ribbon of closely mown grass. It's almost 6 or 7 feet wide, and it goes all the way around this huge green at this par 4 14. So Sergio's ball is kind of in the middle of that, so he can use the putter, and that's what he has decided to do. So several feet of the putt will come through the closely mown grass and then onto the green. That's uphill to get to the green for Garcia from 66 feet away. The whole location's front right. He missed it off to the left. Sergio again with that royal blue shirt to match the colors of the Wyndham Championship. The tournament he has won in the past. Started the week 134th in FedEx Cup points. All right, Sergio just about ready to go. One last look at the line. He'll send it through the closely mown grass, now up onto the green. Riding that contour off to the right and coming up really short. 6 or 7 feet away, 8 feet away. It's still curling away towards the front part of the green. That's outside of 10 feet away. He got up close to the hole about 6 or 7 feet away and moved off to the right. And Sergio can't believe it, digging in the pocket for a mark.
Yeah, just a tough hole location there today at the 14th. The pin right on that kind of front right, but there's a lot of slope of a false front kind of feeding everything off the front left part of the green, and pretty steep slope for Sergio to come up, misjudged, and now he's got a lot of work left to try to save his par.
Back a hole, Doug Bell.
Here at 13, Patrick Reed 7 feet to get to 4 under par. Again, this doesn't do a whole lot, just a little right to left break. The stroke from Reed sends it up at the hole and into the bottom. It's rattling at the bottom for Patrick Reed. He is 4 under par through 13 holes and bogey free.
And man, playing with a lot of confidence right there. Clean card, 4 under par. When you see that ball kind of rattling in, that's when you know a guy's got the confidence and belief in his putting stroke. Patrick Reed, nice birdie.
Yeah, I'm playing well, and another former champ playing well today. We had one out early with Simpson shoot a 4 under round. Reed joins that group inside the top 10, tied for 9th at 4 under. 5 off the lead with Tom Hoge heading to the difficult 18th hole to try to finish off what would be a career low round on the PGA Tour. You know, he still lives in and grew up in Fargo, North Dakota, but he was born in Statesville, North Carolina. That's just north of nearby Charlotte. So back in the state where he was born, back in North Carolina in Greensboro today, and having a great round. And obviously he's played well here before, shot 62 at the Wyndham Championship in 2015. And Tom Hoge making it look easy in the afternoon. I would think that Harold Varner III would be a little bit surprised if he's not paying attention right now that he's now trailing in the golf tournament after a 62 today.
Well, based on the interview that Harold Varner gave after the round, he kind of acted like he didn't know that anything really happened today. He didn't realize he had made a few birdies in a row, and 4 birdies in a row there, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and just kind of was.
Finale, the Wyndham Championship, also home to putt-putt, the only patented game of miniature golf, started by Don Clayton in 1954 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's about 2 hours southeast of Greensboro. Had the idea. He built his first course for about $5,200, charged 25 cents a game, and many of us have enjoyed putt-putt over the years. And Tom Hoge's enjoying making a bunch of birdie putts today. Had an eagle at 15, birdied 16, and he's got the lead late in his opening round at 9 under par, but he missed a fairway at 17, now missed another one at 18. This is a tough place to do it. It's the second toughest hole of the day, Bill Rosinski.
Yeah, and not only you're in the rough and the thick stuff, but you're on the downslope hitting to a green that's uphill. 177 as he plays away. That's got to go. That's going to land short of the green. A couple of bounces. That's just going to be short of the putting surface. So he'll have an opportunity from there to get the wedge out and try and make an up and down. So Tom Hoge needs to make a par and to shoot a 61.
Not a bad lead there, though, for Tom Hoge. Short of the green. The whole location on that front left corner of the green today, but shouldn't be too big of an issue there. I'd say better short here today than over the back of the green.
So that putt-putt story, by the way, there's a lot more to it, John. When they built that course, Mr. Clayton, 29 days later, they earned all the money back at 25 cents a game. And it's become, an iconic game, and you still see putt-putt all over the place. In fact, there's the Professional Putters Association. They have tournaments. A lot of those used to be shown on ESPN back in the day, Bill.
That's all they used to show back in those days. They've come a long way in live programming from when they first started. Here we go, Roger Sloan. 160, second shot here at 18, just in the short grass, right side of the fairway, to a front left hole location. And that lands hole high right. That's a beauty. Another one for Roger Sloan. So the Canadian with an opportunity here from inside 15 feet. How about closing with 3 birdies in a row? Right now he birdied 16 and 17. If he can make one more here at 18, he'll get the 9 under.
And looking for a second stretch of 3 birdies in a row. Birdied 6, 7, and 8 earlier today on the front 9. Would love to close with 3 more, especially on this difficult par 4-8 for Roger Sloan.
Back to 14, Doug Bell.
Well, Patrick Reed is hitting a lot of fairways and a lot of greens, and subsequently he has a bogey-free 400 round going. Another fairway hitter, the par 4 14th, leaves him just 154. Elevated green, hole cut in the right front. Patrick moving this from left to right, holds that follow-through, and that lands right up by the green, bounces once and stops. He'll have a good look about 10 feet or so for birdie to get to 5 under par. Patrick Reed.
I'll tell you, Patrick Reed he has been so solid in every facet of the game today. I mean, he's driven the ball well, 8 fairways, now 12 greens through 14 holes, just has looked in total control. When he has missed, he's been able to get it up and down. So really just a stress-free 4 under par to this point.
He loved that one. There was a club flip there. He was twirling that thing and dialed it in. So Patrick Reed's got a great chance to go to 5 under par. And, he's got that par 5 coming up next, too. So he can get on a little run like our leader Tom Hoge has done here late and try to make up some more ground. A former champ. Looks like he's going to be a factor, Patrick Reed.
No doubt. I mean, like you say, he's got a par 5 coming up. I mean, 16 is gettable. 17 if you drive the ball in the fairway. That back right hole location, especially with the short iron game and wedge play that Patrick Reed has, he's got a chance to make a late run here in this first round and even climb further up this leaderboard.
Let's head over to Tom Wormy.
3 feet away for birdie for Siwoo Kim here at the par 5 15th. To get it to -5, just missed outside the right edge from 14 feet away for eagle on this green. And now trying to finish off the birdie and the 4 on the scorecard. To the cup and in the middle and to the bottom. That's a birdie at the par 5 15. Siwoo Kim is -5.
Man, that's 3 in a row now for Siwoo, 4 in his last 5 holes, sandwiched around a bogey at the 12th, the long par 3. So Siwoo Kim having a nice opening round now, 7 birdies in his first round.
We didn't see a lot of runs on the back nine early today. We're starting to see a lot of them late now, Bill Rosinski, on the back nine.
Well, let's see if we can have another miracle chip in from Tom Hoge. This one's a little bit further than that one he knocked in at the par 3 16th. This is 71 feet. And on an upslope to an elevated green. Club behind the ball, plays this low, one bounce.